Okay, so welcome everybody. My name is Kathleen Kangas. I'm excited to be here tonight. I am tuning in from Panama City, Florida, and my background is in the health and fitness industry, though I've been a physical therapist since about 2005 and have my own practice. Just relaunched it down here in Panama City after moving from Maryland. I'm a mom of two boys, 11 and 13. I am a military wife. I am a stepmom to four girls and a dog mom as well. I also have been involved with our company LifeVantage for 11 years. So my kids were only 5 months old and 2.5 when I got this information. And having been in the health industry my entire life, I was really shocked that I had never heard of this. So I'll tell you a little bit more about my story and why I said yes, but just know that at the time, I was literally praying for some way to have flexibility to be at home with my kids, but also run a practice, which was difficult to do. And I didn't really have an answer, but it came in what I'm about to share with you tonight. It was unexpected, but I'm so grateful I said yes. We're going to start way back in time in 2005 when ABC News did a primetime investigative report on a small biotech company in Colorado. And then I will catch you up to speed on where we are today in regards to that information and why we are so excited today. Let me share my screen. There we go. All right, we're just going to watch a couple minutes of this.
The following is an ABC primetime investigative report that aired in 2005.
You want to get an edge on turning back the clock with just a few pills? Who doesn't? Well, it's no longer science fiction, but science possibility, a potential breakthrough. As I found out firsthand, there may be a way to erase years, at least inside my body. Granted, it's down the road, but some scientists are wondering if a new pill I took might offer a very long life. It may not look like the fountain of youth, but inside this nondescript building, I'm about to become part of an exciting experiment, a kind of guinea pig. Dr. McCord, okay. I'm here at the University of Colorado in Denver to meet Dr. Joe McCord, a world-renowned scientist. This is pretty exciting stuff you're finding, huh?
It is. We're very excited about it.
His latest research could very well unravel the mystery of aging itself. And his decades of experiments may have the potential of adding years to people's lives and possibly prevent chronic diseases like cancer, diabetes, and heart disease. It all centers around this small yellow pill, and for me, it begins with a blood test.
Yeah, there we go.
It wouldn't be the first time I've given blood for this company. They want to check my levels of something called T-bars, which is a rough indicator of a person's actual age.
Do you want an adjustment?
Identify a condition known as oxidative stress, a kind of measure of the wear and tear on our bodies. Oxidative stress, like the rusting of an engine, is not a good thing.
Bad for the body,
Leading to disease.
and leading to malfunction, and importantly, leading to what we call aging. It is a slow progression of increasing oxidative stress. That's the main characteristic biochemically of the aging process.
The problem of aging begins with the very food we eat to give us energy. As our cells burn that food, they also release toxic chemicals. Those chemicals, you may know them as free radicals, react with all the components of our cells, literally bombarding them millions of times per second, damaging all our cells. So the result? Oxidative stress, and we all have it. The body fights back with a system of defenses. It makes two antioxidant enzymes, catalase and SOD, whose job is to gobble up the free radicals before they can harm our cells. But as we get older, some of those toxic radicals overwhelm our enzymes and wreak their havoc. For a long time, scientists thought that antioxidant vitamins like C and E would lower it, but they don't.
As it's turned out in just the last 5 years or so, we see that they're not good enough tools. They're not powerful enough.
But this pill, he says, is powerful enough. In fact, many times more powerful.
So Doctor, how often do I take these?
And so here I go. With that swallow, I've just become part of a potentially landmark scientific experiment.
Doesn't taste bad.
It's called Protandim, and tests on both mice and humans have already shown that it revs up the manufacture of those good enzymes in our bodies. More enzymes, fewer free radicals to harm us. Whether that will lead to longer life is still unknown. Experiments to see if mice live longer are about to get underway, but it's a tantalizing theory.
Right now, all we know is that this preparation decreases oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is not a disease, just like aging is not in itself a disease, but it's something that accompanies and is attached to many disease processes.
Have you discovered the fountain of youth?
I wouldn't put it that way, but we may have discovered something that will tell us a lot more about how we age, what happens biochemically, and maybe how we can slow it down. And so you can see the age-related.
Normally, oxidative stress, measured by those T-bars, increases with age. But in Dr. McCord's tests, taking just one pill of Protandim a day reversed that trend for everyone at every age, even for an 80-year-old.
They all are reduced to the level of oxidative stress that one would expect, frankly, in a newborn or a very young child.
Back to the oxidative stress levels of a child? It sounds too good to be true. Will Protandim work on me? But what about my progress? After nearly 2 weeks now, it's time to get my results. Dr. McCord calculates the numbers. The result, my level of oxidative stress has declined dramatically.
45%, that's excellent.
Just look at where I fall on the graph, before and after.
Which, if extrapolated back, is the level you would see in a newborn baby.
Okay, so I am going to move on from here. You can see that whole ABC News clip on YouTube. It's about 12 minutes long, but I wanted to give you a clip of that. And you might be asking, well, why are we watching a news clip from 2005? We know it's antiquated, but the truth is that it is the beginning of an incredible story. It's the part of our history and gives context to the rest of what we're going to talk about tonight. So we do love to share that so you can see the beginning. It's really unheard of, but I'm just curious in watching that. Had you ever heard of oxidative stress prior to seeing that news clip? Just thinking. I know I had never heard of that, and I have been in the health industry my whole life. Secondly, if that's true, like who needs this information, right? Okay, well, let's take a review of what oxidative stress is, why we have it, why this is relevant, and then I will catch you up to speed with our company story, what's happened. I'm going to review where we are with our technology and our products, and I have some special guests here tonight. So excited to hear from them. And then I'm going to talk about the business opportunity in the second half of our presentation tonight. All right, so here we go. Oxidative stress is damage to the cells of our body. It's just normal cells turned abnormal. And it happens every time we breathe. We oxidize when we breathe. It's just like putting a bike outside, it begins to rust, or you cut open an apple and leave it on a shelf, it starts to turn brown. That is oxidation. But there's also, pesticides in our food, there's chemicals in our water, there's pollution in the air, too much exercise. I'm definitely one of those people that gets more oxidative stress from exercise, too little exercise, environmental toxins, things we can't always control, medications. These all have side effects and create more damage to our cells. And what is that related to? Well, every single organ in your body is damaged because of oxidative stress. And if you're ever curious if it's related to something specific that you're dealing with or you have in your family, you can go to a place called pubmed.gov and just type in oxidative stress and anything you're curious about. Protandim is proven to reduce oxidative stress an average of 40% in 30 days. That's huge. We can actually legally say that if I was talking to the FDA right now. And in that news clip with John Quinones, world-renowned reporter, he took Protandim and in just 2 weeks, his oxidative stress was reduced by 45%. To my knowledge, we're the only company that can legally make that claim today, which is really incredible, which is why I was going to take this product for the rest of my life because I knew nothing else that I was doing could do that. I could not eat enough oranges or broccoli or blueberries or vitamins. These are called direct antioxidants. And so when you take those or rely on those solely, you're literally, a molecule of a blueberry can neutralize one free radical. Well, the metaphor for that is taking a Dixie cup of water to try to put out a house fire. How many Dixie cups would you need to neutralize the millions and millions and millions of free radicals that we produce every day? Okay, you would never leave your house. You would just eat all these things all day long. But that's not how Protandim works. Instead of supplementation, we activate. Protandim activates a protein pathway in our body called the NRF2 pathway. And when that happens, your body starts making its own antioxidants, like you did when you were younger. That's why you don't age when you're young. That the wrinkles and all these other things start happening later because we stop producing these enzymes. Protandim turns it back up. It's like turning the sprinkler system on that house fire, whereas before we were just relying on Dixie cups of water. So the question is, who needs to know about this? Who could benefit from this? My mind was spinning about all the people that could benefit from this, even if they had nothing else to change in their life. This could reduce oxidative stress and reduce one of those root causes of aging and breakdown in the body. All right, so what happened since 2005? I'll quickly catch you up to speed. When that aired, $5 million of orders came into our company literally overnight. It was a teeny tiny biotech company, and they had no infrastructure in place to handle that kind of exposure. You can imagine if your small business, my personal practice, if it got exposed that way, there would be no way that I could accommodate that. So they did miss a small window of opportunity. However, doctors and researchers from all over the world called LifeVantage, places like this, and said, we want to study your product. So today you can go to that website, pubmed.gov, and type in Protandim, and you will find 28 peer-reviewed papers and studies on lots of different things. Okay, the first study showed we could reduce oxidative stress an average of 40% in 30 days. The American Heart Association and Ohio State did a study on heart disease and scar tissue. They put that study out in a journal called Circulation Journal that goes out to all the AHA members. They've never supported or endorsed a study on a natural product before. So that was significant. LSU did a skin cancer study on Protandim, and the results of that propelled the company to take this technology to our skin. So we'll talk about that product line a little bit later. The National Institute of Aging did a study on longevity and found that Protandim was the only natural substance proven to extend life in that animal model. So this is not your average thing on the market today to have that level of validation. So back then, we had this great study, we had success stories, and they ended up putting the product in the retail stores. It was in CVS, GNC, apothecaries, all over the place. And it sat on the shelf with other traditional antioxidants. So NRF2 activator, vitamin C for $10. This was $50. People didn't know what it was, and they didn't do very well in sales. They only sold like about a half a bottle per store per month. They couldn't get the sales over 3 million. So as these studies are getting underway, in 2009, it takes years and years for these studies to happen. They bring in a consultant to figure out how they're going to take this company to the next level because they know what they have their hands on is huge. And he watches this ABC News clip that you just watched and is so blown away by what he's seeing. He says, you've got to take this out of the stores and change the platform completely, because word of mouth marketing is far more powerful than this product being on the shelf. And that's something called network marketing. We do it all the time on social media with our friends, in your neighborhood groups. You're always asking for a referral. And it's just a natural way that people ask for business and ask for help. And we're always doing it. We're just not getting paid. So they pulled the product off the shelf and went into a network marketing platform. Well, fast forward, they grew their business from 3 million to 11 million very quickly. And today we are almost $250 million company because they made that decision to change the platform to network marketing. Now we are 15 years in the network marketing space. They're headquartered in Utah. We are publicly traded on NASDAQ, so you can look up our ticker LFVN. Public transparency is so significant, considering in our network marketing space, several private companies have made massive transitions to their business platform recently. And a lot of people lost their business because they didn't know what was going on behind the scenes. So I really value that everything's transparent here. We are a debt-free company. And in fact, not only are we publicly traded, we've even been invited to Wall Street twice to ring the closing bell. We were recently highlighted in Newsweek magazine for our advances in science. So we are out there and visible, but we're still this incredible secret. We're also in 23 countries today. So all starting with that little ABC News clip in that town in Colorado, and here we are expanding all over the world. So I'm going to cover these 6 components. I just talked a little bit about our company, but then there's trends, products themselves, timing, compensation, and systems. These are all important things to consider if you're exploring an opportunity. If you are here tonight and you're just looking to explore how these products could help you, I'm going to cover those first. So let's start with our foundation product, Protandim NRF2 activator. Proven to lower oxidative stress an average of 40% in 30 days, okay? It does it because we turn up our body's own antioxidant enzymes. You might have heard of something called glutathione by now. That's just a buzzword that's people are starting to recognize, but this turns it on. So you're going to take Protandim to make your enzymes. You take it to make it, and we're made up of 5 plant ingredients: turmeric, milk thistle, green tea, ashwagandha, and bacopa. You may have heard of many of these things before, but that's not really the unique thing about Protandim. We know that these are fantastic herbs, but when the scientists, whoops, I think someone just came off mute. When the scientists combined these ingredients with the exact ratio, it made it 18 times more powerful than the individual components. I just had a friend the other day say, "Oh, I just bought ashwagandha." Well, that's not the same because that's not the same thing as the synergy. That's why Protandim is proven to work 18 times more powerful. So very unique. This is also patented because of our ability to show that combination of these 5 did something different than the individual components. It's super exciting. I could talk about this all day. Our products are also approved through something called the Banned Substance Control Group, which means that Olympic athletes and professional athletes can take our products without concern. I did not know this, but professional athletes cannot go to GNC and just buy a multivitamin. That's how strict it is. So the fact that we have that seal is significant. We've expanded the pathways that we can activate today. We are the activation company. So the next pathway we found we could activate is something called the NRF1 pathway. So this improves performance through energy production. It increases your mitochondria. Think of this as the runners in your cells. So you boost your mitochondria production and their ability to network. So you increase your cellular energy. Again, it's a combination of these ingredients that make it synergize to do that activation. And then we entered another activation pathway with Protandim NAD synergizer. This mimics a very similar cellular process as fasting. Maybe you've heard of that. Intermittent fasting, people do all sorts of different fasting because it does promote cellular health. I'm not going to get into all the science of it. But when that happens, it supports mental and physical energy. It improves the removal of cellular waste, healthy longevity of your cells, everything. Now, when we took these 3 together and made it a Protandim tri-synergizer, it did something completely different. Check this out. It made each of these products exponentially more potent in your body. So you're not always going to feel your oxidative stress go up and down when you lower it. It's like your blood pressure or cholesterol. People can have different experiences. Some people can definitely feel a shift in their body in a short amount of time if they're very tuned in. Some people may not feel something really at all. I didn't take Protandim to feel different. I took it more as a preventative thing to keep my cells healthy over time. But when they take, we found that when people take the three together, there's just like more bang in your body and people tend to have a more palpable experience sooner. All right, so where does this Tri-Synergizer fit into our product line? Let's start with our Optimize Health products. I already shared with you about Protandim Tri-Synergizer, powerful foundation to start with. And then we have some additional products that support our cellular processes that are not always activation based. Some of these are supplemental, but they're unique in their function. We have a timed nutrient combination of vitamins here, your Rise AM, which gives you more energy and the right nutrients in the morning. And then we have Reset PM, which gives you the right ingredients and nutrients in the evening to help calm your system. So these are time nutrient vitamins that are supposed to support your circadian rhythm. And then there's a D3 product in there as well. We have Omega Plus, which is a combination of Omega-3, Omega-7, and D. The unique thing about the Omega here is that it is bottled very quickly. It's boat to bottle. In fact, there's a code on the bottle where you can trace it to the boat the fish was caught on. So it's very fresh, very pristine. You can literally bite this capsule and just eat the oil. It's not going to be fishy. It's not going to give you fish burps. And the interesting thing I just learned about omegas, it's the only supplement that CrossFit, which I'm a big CrossFitter, supports. They want people taking omega, probably because we're just so inflamed from these crazy workouts we do. So I just thought that was interesting. Then gut health. We have a whole line of products for your gut. I love this. The prebiotic drink think of it as acting like fertilizer for your probiotics. It kind of lays the groundwork there. It also helps with satiety. So it's also part of our weight management products because it does give you a sense of feeling full. It also helps with bowel regularity. This is the very first thing I drink in the morning. It offsets my appetite a little bit, so I don't eat right away when I wake up. I love that. And then I take my probiotic right here. This is a timed release probiotic. That just ensures the bacteria get to your gut in a timed way and doesn't get killed off in your stomach acids. And then we also have an immune support product, which includes fermented yeast. We call that a postbiotic, also really incredible for gut health. We know that your gut has a lot to do with your immune system. And when your gut is off, your immune system's off. And it also is very important for brain health. Speaking of brain health, we have something called iSeed Bright, which is a vision and brain complex. This helps reduce the oxidative stress damage to your eyes. So on the front, it says reduces eye fatigue. Does anyone have eye fatigue looking at screens all day? I know I do. So it does reduce that eye strain. And then, just naturally oxidative stress is linked to a lot of eye conditions. So again, if you're ever curious, go and look it up at PubMed. And then we have Pet Tandem. This is the only NRF2 activator on the market for dogs today. It's a chewable tablet. I gave some to my dog this morning. She seems to have very sensitive skin, so I give this to her to reduce that inflammation in her body. Then we have our Achieve More products. These are our brain activation products and metabolism enhancer. Axio, I'm drinking some right now. It's a decaf. Whoop. Did you just mute your line? Somebody just jumped on. This is our brain food. It literally is, I call it my mood food. It's easy to remember that way. So there's a decaf version that you can drink later in the day. It's great for clearing brain fog, reducing brain fatigue. And then we have a caffeinated version, which gives you a little bit of caffeine. I like mine in the morning, right before I work out, helps clear the head. Magnesium, methylated B vitamins, quercetin, pine bark, green tea, L-theanine, DMAE. These are incredible ingredients for the brain. And I don't know where you live, but energy drinks are really big down here in Panama City, which are really not great for people at all. I love this as an alternative for energy, but also for brain activation. Then our fat burner is a metabolic enhancer. It is proven in the scientific study to burn an additional 180 calories per day. That's before your exercise and before your diet and all those things. It just boosts your metabolism to get that extra calorie burn. And I will say we have some exciting things coming up in the next few months that have to do with activation and weight loss. So stay tuned. All right, Look Radiant. I'm going to touch on one of our biggest products that is sold in our company today, and that is our liquid collagen activator. This is very different than the collagen you're going to buy at the store. It is liquid, it is bioavailable, and it works in multiple ways. And if you don't know much about collagen, just know that it does affect hair, skin, and nails. It also helps against damaging effects of oxidative stress. In the study, you can see these percentage improvements in the skin quality, but there's more to it. There's so many benefits to collagen, from your hair and nails to promoting muscle recovery, cushioning your joints, your gut health, mental health, and your mood, liver function, eye health, everything, because collagen is your entire body. It's part of your connective tissue, and your collagen does start to break down 1% every year after the age of 20, 2% every year after you go through menopause. And this particular activator works in a few different ways. It activates your body's ability to make more collagen. The stuff you buy on the shelf does not do that. So it helps build collagen, it minimizes collagen breakdown, it supports the skin barrier, it increases antioxidant levels, and it does it through 10 different proteins, okay? 10 different collagen proteins. If you buy something in the store, it usually just has 1 or 2. So we have 10, and they're marine-based. And then we also maintain. This slows down the breakdown of the collagen that you already have. So it activates, replenishes, and maintains. Very unique in the marketplace. And as I mentioned, it's liquid. Why is that meaningful? Well, because if you're using powder collagen today, there's only a 10 to 30% absorption rate, where liquid is 90%. And it's hydrolyzed. So it's chopped up into like really small pieces. So it's just really easy for your body to absorb. And the results, let's take a look. Men drink collagen too. This can show up as a firmness in the skin on the legs, the change in the appearance of cellulite, scarring, more resilience in the skin, more buoyancy. Here's a close-up of this one. This is just a little over a month. So taking these two together does have a synergistic impact as well. So this is a very popular combination. It's called our Healthy Glow Stack, the Protandim Nerve 2, and the Activating Liquid Collagen. All right, so we're going to move on to a few of our other products, and then I'm going to invite our special guest on to share a little bit from their experience, why, their thoughts about these products and anything they have to share about that. So our hair care system is activating. It's NRF2 activating just from your scalp. Now, your scalp absorbs things way faster than the skin on the rest of your body. It's significant. So the stuff we put on our head, we should really think about. In fact, you can go to an app called Think Dirty and look up any personal care products you have and see what score it has. All of our personal care products, including the skincare I'm going to talk about, are rated super clean. That's exciting because that is a huge trend in personal care products that people use. And it's a shampoo, conditioner, and hair serum. The hair serum helps nourish the hair follicles to give the appearance of healthy hair growth. We're not allowed to say it actually grows hair, but it creates the environment for hair to grow healthier. We'll say that. You can take a look at those pictures there. All right, our activating skincare system. Now, originally, if you go back to what I mentioned before, LSU did a skin cancer study. That's what propelled the company to create an activating skincare line. Well, this original skincare line has evolved even more. So now we have a True Clean, a cleanser, a True Lift, which you can go all the way around the eye and the eyelid, a True Renew, which is essentially a plant-based retinol alternative that addresses 11 signs of aging. And then my personal favorite, True Hydrate, which is the most hydrating but light moisturizer I've ever used. It really does brighten the skin. Here are some before and afters. we do challenge people sometimes to do a 15-minute before and after, get some up close pictures. You can see here on the right, just these fine lines and creases after 15 minutes, the puffiness in the eyes after 15 minutes. On the left, same thing. Incredible. Imagine if that's after 15 minutes. Imagine using this for 6 months. And then lastly, we do have some additional skincare products, which I absolutely love. I could talk more about these things, but I want to respect everybody's time. The sun stick we have here, True Protect, is a mineral-based sunscreen, 30 SPF. It's anti-aging and it's activating, and it goes on clear and has no fragrance. I love it so much. I even use it on my hands because I think that's a place we don't pay attention to when we're aging, and that's we also have that Nerf 2 hand cream. So without further ado, I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a minute and just invite Dr. Kellie and Arthur Lupsha. I'm going to just do a little introduction here. Oops, here we go. So Dr. Arthur and Kellie Lupsha, you guys are in Indiana now, right? Indiana. They were in California. They ran a beautiful practice out there. They have 4 grown kids, and they're both physical therapists by background that specialize in the recovery of neurological disorders, especially stroke, traumatic brain injury, and concussion. Kellie also runs coaching programs for women and helps them redefine aging with wellness. And they both now have a huge passion for helping people with their wellness, longevity, and exploring their unique DNA blueprint. And they do this business together, which I love. I was excited to really have a couple come on here and share. How do you do this together? And why LifeVantage? Like I want to hear a little bit more about your product experience, and then later I'll invite you to chat more about the business.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Kathleen. It's such a pleasure to be here with you tonight. My goodness, it's been so long since we got to see you in person. So hopefully we get to do that soon. So, in terms of our product experiences, I mean, I was a big naysayer of the supplement industry. I was not a big believer in supplements. I certainly was not a fan of the multi-level marketing industry because I didn't know anything about it. I just thought it wasn't a good thing. And ultimately, Kellie would make me take a multivitamin at night, and in the morning my urine is some obscure shade of orange. And I'm like, what is this doing for me if I'm just peeing it all out? How is this helping at all? And Kellie actually heard about this company through a different avenue than I was hearing about it initially. She had no idea that I'd been saying no for 2 years because I was really that obstinate. And when we finally sat down and she made me look at the research behind it, I was sold by the science. I did understand oxidative stress. I did understand its links to disease. And there was enough evidence in the literature that I saw for me to go, okay, if this will do half of what it's claiming, I want it. I want that layer of protection because I realize, I have health insurance, I have car insurance, I have homeowners insurance.
Life insurance.
Life insurance. This was like having cellular insurance. It was like having an extra layer of protection just to try to make sure that my body functioned at its optimal level for as long as possible.
Yeah. And I'll jump in, Kathleen. I am a little bit like you. I was actually training for a half Ironman, and that's how I came across these products. So I was looking at it for performance, recovery, wellness, not because I was sick, right? And but when I heard about it, it intrigued me so much because my friend had said, well, not only does it help my performance and recovery, it completely eliminated my congenital hypertension. And I'm like, wow, that got my attention. And Arthur and I had really been talking about all of our clients, and they were so heavily medicated. And we were really looking for a way to get rid of this brain fog, to wake them up, to help get to root cause. Like, it was just so frustrating because we didn't have an answer. And I said, what if this could be an answer? Like, what if this could help our clients?
Yeah, and it wasn't even like if this could be the magic cure. It's like, what if this could just make things a little bit better?
Yeah, unlock this next level.
Right. And so, I mean, we kind of jumped in with both feet, being convinced by the science, not even really thinking about the business side of it, we thought, oh, you know, maybe we'll share it with a few people. Maybe we'll make enough money that, you know, it'll cover the products we want to use.
Yeah.
You know, that's kind of where we started.
And, you know, without going into business, because we definitely have a story on that, but just to talk about products for some of you guys out there to start understanding the variety of stories, is every single one of our bodies is unique and different. And I don't know, I can't judge. I have no idea exactly what your body needs. But what I do know is if we can all optimize our good genes and keep them working as best as they can, and we squelch and we decrease your bad genes, because nobody wants our negative or bad genes to turn on. So if you can just bring that into balance, whatever your body is starting to struggle with or currently struggle with, it's going to help and support. So a few different things that we have seen personally in our family. We had kids with concussion issues that were really helped resolve them. We have had migraines, like unbelievable changes in people with migraines. We've had people in our clinic from, again, stroke and brain injury. We have had people that have had a variety of cancers literally revolutionized by decreasing their oxidative stress, their outcomes and their journeys. We've had elderly peoples in our family of helping with atrial fib, helping with arthritis, helping with autoimmune. And so the layers are just awesome, because exactly how you started with oxidative stress and all the different systems of the body that it affects. So you may be looking for something specific, or you just might be like Kathleen and I that are like, wow, who wants to get sick? Because that journey of getting sick to get well, I don't want, and don't sign me up for that. It may one day, but I'm going to do everything in my power to not have that happen. And there's nothing else like this than these products.
And ultimately, it's not about trying to treat or fix or cure a problem. As you mentioned earlier, Kathleen, it's about prevention. It's about optimizing cellular function so your body functions at its best capacity, at the highest level it possibly can. And when that happens, you might just find that the imbalance at a cellular level that starts to produce symptoms that can then be categorized into a diagnosis might start resolving.
Yeah. And the last thing I'll really say is, because when I started these products, I wasn't like looking for something, right, to feel a different way, like you were talking about. But what I can say today, now being on these products for 10 years, my energy, my flow, my sleep, my everything about me from 40 to 50 has only gotten better. And I'm like, heck yeah, if I can do this for another 10 years, imagine how I'm going to feel at 60. That's so amazing. I want everybody to feel that zest for life, you know?
Oh my gosh, I love that. I could just wrap this right now. I love everything you shared. I was actually going to ask you about, you know, what your experience sharing with patients and what you've seen there over the years, because you've been here for a while. We've been friends because we met through this opportunity. I'm so grateful for that as well. I just so appreciate that. And, you know, I just piggyback on what you say, Kelly, about just feeling so much better. I'm 48. And people say all the time, what, like you're 39, right? You know, I'm like, okay, thanks. And all that stuff. But really, I've been in the fitness industry my whole life, and you were too, Kelly. You probably feel better than you did in your 20s when you were working out really hard. And you know, it's
100%.
I have that broad perspective, having been on these products for so long, but remembering how I felt in my 20s and 30s, just even recovery and resilience.
I think what's really crazy, Kathleen, is that for those of us that have been on these products for so long, sometimes I look around at my peer group and I look at their faces and I look at their bodies and how they're functioning today, their energy, and I go, we really graduated together? we're really the same age? I mean, it's like, so it's not even the fact of where we are today, but where might we be if we hadn't been taking these products, if we haven't been taking these steps of prevention.
Right.
So that's what
we don't want to regret taking it. We don't want to find out you regret taking it. Exactly. All right. Well, thank you so much for that. I want to conclude our product overview. If anybody's listening to this and this is just what you needed to hear because you're interested in just being a consumer at this point, I'm going to transition now to chat a little bit about our business opportunity and how you can also capitalize on the timing of our company and what we have to offer here. All right, so this is a picture of all of our beautiful products, and let's move forth here. Okay, I mentioned that trends in business opportunities are something to consider. I'm just going to first mention the health and wellness. First of all, it's the largest economic trend in world history, according to someone named Paul Zane Pilsner. He wrote The Next Millionaires. He's been an author. He's been a consultant to multiple presidents. This area is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger, mostly because people are getting sicker and sicker and sicker. And so there's that opportunity to focus on wellness instead of sickness. We have unique, category changing, consumable products in all of these categories. And it's, nothing against the water bottle industry or makeup or things like that aren't necessarily used up every single month. I don't need a new water bottle every month. But when you have consumable products, people continue to buy them over and over and over and over again. And if you're Kelly, I'm sure you have customers and people that are using these products for 8, 10 years, however long, right? And we're still getting compensated for that all the way back then, every single month that people order. If you were to refer somebody to Whole Foods because you found a really great kind of potato chip, is Whole Foods going to pay you every time they go back and buy that potato chip? No, but we get to participate in that. And I remember thinking the day that I signed up, I'm going to share this anyway. There's no way I would keep an ABC News clip from somebody who, like, everybody could do that. There's no way I would keep my mouth shut. I might as well do it. And I'm okay getting a thank you check, right? And that I'm really glad I said yes that day. So another trend that's really unfortunate is inflation, is financial instability, and people looking for a way to create additional income. Now, starting a traditional business is a huge risk. It's a lot of money. It's hard to do. It takes a lot of skill. And that's not the case here. So we just get to capitalize on all these trends and our opportunity. Now, because of our timing in this, most people have not heard of oxidative stress. They have not heard of activation. Most people have never heard of LifeVantage. And although we are in 28 or 23 countries today, most of our volume comes from customers. We are still very ripe for new leaders coming in and capitalizing on the timing here, because people still don't know about this. And we're an established company without the risk. It's just unbelievable, really. But people are finding out. So now is the time. So why you will love our Evolve compensation plan? Well, it's because we get paid multiple different ways, and you can have different goals financially. So there's a way to share this more like an affiliate style, sharing products and getting compensated very well for that. And there's also opportunities to grow a network and create more leveraged income over time. So it's kind of like it's a very balanced plan in that way. First of all, I'm just going to high level overview this. When you enroll customers, you're going to earn about 10%. You're just going to earn the difference between what you pay as a consultant and what they pay as a customer, whether they're paying retail or a subscription price. We'll just say that. Say it's about 10%. If you're thinking, I really want to grow a customer base, that's where you want to focus. As you grow your volume in our company, you can earn additional bonuses as you grow your customer volume, anywhere up to a 20% bonus. Okay. So actually it's up to 30%, depending if they're ordering retail or subscription. But the point is, you can start at 10%, earn all the way up to 30 to 40% every single month. And if you speak to anybody in affiliate marketing, they're probably not even using the products they're talking about. They're not earning that kind of income. So there is a big affiliate opportunity in addition to this other one I'm going to talk about. When you grow your business quickly, you have 90 days to earn significant amount of money here. I know someone in our team who just earned an additional $900. Okay, because she grew her business quickly in the first 90 days. Now, if you're somebody that's thinking, I do want to grow not only a customer base, but I'm interested in bringing on other business partners, just know this is how you grow. You can earn up to 10% bonuses on every product sale your consultant partners make. and all the way down 9 levels deep. I hope that everybody can see this. If you're on your big screen, you can, but that's a lot of income that you can earn just by sharing with this one person that goes and grows their network. It's incredible. As you grow into the leadership ranks of our company, there's additional ways to get check matching on the leaders in your business. This is on top of everything else you've just seen. And when you get to the leadership ranks in your company, we have something called EC1, which is 80,000 in volume. You're going to earn a portion of the total global sales in our company. So it's a leadership pool of profit sharing, essentially. And just think, does your company profit share with you? If you work for somebody right now, do they profit share with you? Probably not. Probably not. So they take 4% of global commissionable sales and they share it amongst the leadership. What this creates as the culture and advantage is that these leaders who have a lot of experience and large teams are very incentivized to help all of LifeVantage grow. It's not just about them. Okay, and that's a lot. So that's a lot of support and collaboration that you'll find here at LifeVantage because of this. And we have some fun things too. We have a Jeep. You can earn the title to a Jeep. We have trips. We just announced a brand new trip that's not on here, but it is an Alaskan cruise. The qualification started in July. So if you're getting this information in July, August, September, anytime in the next few months, jump on that opportunity to earn this Alaskan cruise. All right. So because we're a publicly traded company, we do have our numbers fully transparent, the average income of people at different ranks. So I'm just gonna, whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Over here on the right, you're going to see the average income as you go up in rank. Okay, so 247, 659, 1639, over 3,000, over 7,000, 13,000. This is where I landed in LifeVantage with no network marketing experience in about 4 years. So you can imagine that was quite a game changer for me. That did put me in a position to actually step away from treating patients for a little while. So I could just be 100% mom and work my business around the needs of my family. That was really what I wanted more than anything, was the flexibility, something I could do that allowed me to have the flexibility I wanted when my kids were young. And, you know, having lived through the pandemic, when colleagues of mine had to close their practices, I'm sure you guys had to deal with that, having your clinic out in California. That was a huge loss of income for people. And having built a business like this that could work online from your phone, from anywhere, was incredible insurance, I would say, right? Back to that insurance thing you mentioned. So I wanted to flip back over to Kellie and Arthur, who, you know, we're business, our business, or you changed from California. I don't know what you're quite up to now, but you had that practice for a long time. You had a traditional business. You have these hours. You have employees. What had you say yes to the business? Oh, I'm going to stop share for a second. Okay, here we go.
Thanks, Kathleen. And you know what? Let's be like super transparent and honest. Is the economy then, the economy today is a challenge. And if any family wants to provide for their family, set themselves up, their kids up for success, set themselves up for success for retirement, we're all fooling ourselves if we think we can just have one traditional job for 30 years and have a retirement and call it good. That's just not the way the world works. So Arthur and I are a blended family. We both came from some significant finance. I think when anybody goes through a divorce, there's some additional financial struggles. And then we're really transparent with people that through the process, we ended up having to go through a personal bankruptcy. And as we were really looking at what we did, which we love what we did, and it paid us well, but only well to survive. And especially living in Southern California, which was a very expensive place to live. We absolutely loved it and we wouldn't change it, but we realized we were working so hard. So in a financial industry, anyone needs to say, what am I doing and how many resources and how many different sources of income am I making? Many people try to get in real estate. You've got to have a lot of money to get in the game. Many people are trying to put a little money aside every month to invest in the stock market, which is great. Hopefully everybody's doing that, put it away some way, somehow. But if you look at all the other avenues of means to make money, there hasn't been a lot. Right now, lots of opportunities are popping up. But that's when we really took a hard look to say, if we needed to add a few things to our portfolio, what would we want to do? Where do we want to spend our time? And whom do we want to spend our time with? And the people, the culture, the community is second to none. And I would do this all day. I would hang out. I can't wait for the Alaskan cruise because I can't wait to hang out with everybody all day. But now, knowing that we built this business and we had some pivotal times throughout the last 10 years, but to keep it short and to let everybody know that for me, when we left California, I was able to retire from the physical therapy practice and step away and really just do business LifeVantage full time. And yes, my kids are grown, but you know what? That's allowed me to do so many other things in my life. I really haven't had the time. And it's just a blessing because, like one of our top leaders always says, right? We're taking these products that are helping people get healthier. We're making a difference. We're having a lot of fun and making money, which we need to do. And we all need to be talking about making money because that's important.
Yeah, not only did we basically retire Kelly from clinical work, she still sees a few VIP clients now and then, but I've gone from working full-time and extra time to working 3 days a week. So, we have a little more peace and tranquility in our lives. We have a little more balance again than we had before. I think as I started to say earlier, we sort of thought, yeah, maybe we'd make enough money just to cover the cost of our products, really having no idea when we started what this opportunity could truly look like. And to know that this could not only secure our future and our retirement years, but this is something that is willable, it's sellable. We can pass this, whatever we build can pass on to our children for generations to come. So, we've become super passionate about doing this job and serving this industry professionally. I think when it's done with integrity and done professionally, it's the purest form of business out there.
And I'll say one more thing I know you're going to close here in just a few minutes, Kathleen, but when you look at trends in the industry that you went over, one of the things every single woman around my age talks about is weight loss and changing. And the weight loss industry itself is growing exponentially. And even though our products help balance the cells, we haven't had something that really set somebody off on a weight loss journey. I love our fat burn product. I think it's great. You and I, I'm sure, use it just bits and pieces before vacation or certain specific times because it's an amazing product. However, what if you are even toying with the idea of an opportunity, this is the time, because what the company has put out as a preview and is going to launch in the weight loss space is going to revolutionize weight loss naturally. Weight loss turning on pathways in the body of everybody going overboard with all of the injectables. Well, if you want a piece of what that industry is bringing in revenue, get in this business today and start talking to every single person you know that needs to, shed a few pounds.
We are the activation company, and now we're going to be activating weight loss.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Yeah.
It is so exciting. Amazing. Thank you so much. Peace, tranquility, balance, time, freedom. I mean, all those words, that's what's available here. Community, retirement, security. I heard you say all those things. Yeah. Thank you so much. So much. All right. We're wrapping up here. Let's go back to my screen.
Thanks, Melissa.
All right, now if you're thinking big, okay, just know that big is available. It's not an overnight, it's not a get rich quick scheme. This takes time. This isn't, it's 3 to 5 years to think about, having a full-time income if you did it and treated it like a business. But however you decide to do it, the sky's the limit here. There are no caps. All right. So as far as can you do this, people, I hope that at this point you understand this is real. You might be asking, can you do this? You might just ask yourself, well, how did I get introduced to this? Someone probably just invited you to explore either a health opportunity or an income opportunity, and here you are. Could you do that? Could you invite somebody to get information? Add to a education group on Facebook that you can read different testimonials. We have a training system for you. Anybody could do this. and you can work from your phone. It's not really a sales business. It's a business of replication. Okay, so we're not going to teach you to be great salespeople. We're just going to teach you how to invite and share information and work in a team. So getting started, you're falling into one of three categories. Number one, you're interested in doing research because this is also exciting. You can go to the Unique Like Vantage website of the person that invited you. If you go online, we suggest scholar.google.com. That does filter out a lot of the paid advertisers and just bloggers that write inaccurate information. We want you to get the facts. You can go to pubmed.gov, and then we have our private Facebook groups as well. If you're in category 2, you're thinking, I want to get activated. I want to take this to make this. All right. Then you can start off as a customer with the person that invited you. We have some great, we have a great loyalty program, which is actually being updated, but just know that as you order on subscription, you save money. You get rewards with free products, and there you get some flat rate shipping bonuses, and you can use your coupons towards subsequent orders. It's a great rewards program. If you're thinking, I want to be activated and I'm not going to keep quiet about it, then you can come in as a consultant. You pick a pack. Right here, there's multiple different options for you. The business enrollment pack right here at the top left is the one that has most all of our product line. You get the most bang for your buck here. You actually save the most money on that pack. Plus you get a free ticket to our company convention. And this is only a one-time investment in your business. It's a beautiful tax write-off as well. I was actually thinking that when I decided to come in. I'm like, do I want to become a customer or come in as the business, use the products, and then I have an investment, right off. But you can go there. But there's some other sized packages here for you as well. And then you're just going to pick a stack. You're going to pick a pack and pick a stack that you want to continue with for your own health journey. And there you go. You get to buy products at the best price from your own store, and you have the opportunity to turn around and share with others and earn some income. So with that, I just want to thank you all for being here, for listening, for the recording. Thank you to our special guests, Kellie and Arthur Lupsha out of Indiana. Beautiful, beautiful stories. I'm so fired up. I really am by listening to you. I get more excited. So they came on and shared their time and want to wish you all a really fantastic evening.
Thank
And
you,
I have a
Kathleen.
recording, so just ask me for it if you'd like it.
Thanks,
Thank you so
everyone.
much.
Have a great night.
Thank you.
Bye.